Yo, what's up? I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Let me know in the comment section how was your Thanksgiving. My shit was trash. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm back. Little setback because of the whole hard drive situation. But it's over. I got an external hard drive, 4 terabytes. So that won't happen again for a long, I can't say a long time because I upload so much. But today we got a video here from Blackie Speaks. Rappers caught faking views. I really don't know how to feel about this. I been knew it was going on, but it's like at the same time, it's like now that it's more exposed, I wonder if this is gonna be something they just do and don't care about who sees. Because if so, I think that'll really water down like music. I think that'll really just water down music if like they just stop giving a fuck and like everybody just know they got bots, like straight bots is like views, and it's like literally not 100% authentic. Like if it's just 100% fake, I think that'll make a lot of people stop wanting to do music because it's like I ain't got no label behind me pushing no fake views, so why am I gonna, you know? But I seen Roddy Rich as the thumbnail. He faking views. I heard Don Toliver was faking views. Man, all this shit is crazy. But without further ado, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get back into the rhythm. I don't know why I felt like it been so long. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Now, question, how many faking their streams can they place from machines? I can see behind a smoke and mirror, niggas ain't really big as they seem. When I talk about this recent news, which looks a lot like it's a scandal at this point, something a lot of us already knew. I've been known this, heard a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes throughout these last couple of
Definitely.
years, and I'm sure this won't come as a surprise to you. I'm sure you already know that a lot of artists in this era are actually faking their streams. That's right. There's a lot of botting going on. Stream farms,
Facts.
for anyone who didn't know, is an actual thing. A lot of this stuff that goes on in the industry these days is honestly just sad to see. And a lot of this has to do with perception, i.e., making an artist look hotter than they actually are by
Facts.
fraudulently boosting the engagement. In this video, we're not particularly going to talk about streams, but more so views. This story starts with the man Don Toliver. For anyone who's not familiar with the man Don, he's a 28-year-old Houston-born rapper and singer. Cactus Jack signee who's under Atlantic Records. Don Toliver the other day dropped this record called Do It Right. It's doing fairly well, or it appears to be doing fairly well. A lot of people noticed how when this music video dropped, the views to like to comments ratio was a little off, actually more than a little. The music video is sitting at almost 8 million views after only 4 days of it being out. It currently has over 100,000 likes and 24,000 comments. That ratio obviously does not add up. 24,000 comments on a music video by Don Toliver that came out 4 days ago. Yeah, I don't really think I need to elaborate on that. Just to make a
Yeah.
comparison, let's take an extremely successful artist. How about The Weeknd? The Weeknd dropped the Out of Time music video over 7 months ago. That music video is sitting at 64 million views, over 1.3 million likes. Seems about right. The Weeknd's view to like ratio has always been extremely high. He's just one of those artists who got it like that. Now, how many
Facts.
comments does The Weeknd's music video have? Well, the Out of Time music video is currently sitting at 40,000 comments, and that is a lot. Don Toliver, on the other hand, had 24,000 comments after only 4 days. Again,
That's like
I
half
don't
of
really
that,
think I need to explain why that ratio is not right. Also, Roddy Rich. Can't believe I have to
You
do this
faking
to
views?
myself, but here we go. Roddy Rich dropped a music video featuring Lil Durk just 5 days ago. That video is currently sitting at 5.8 million views. Strange thing about this music video is that it had a substantial jump in views in the span of a day. We're talking a 2 to 3 million jump in, like a day or so, just instantly like that. Also, check out these comments right here on this Roddy video. If you're looking at the screen,
Straight
as you can see,
emojis.
we got a bunch of profiles spamming emojis. These comments were
Yeah.
not made by real people, by the way, and Don Toliver's music video also has a lot of these comments. These are all bots. Obviously, this looks extremely bad on Roddy's end, especially considering the fact that there's been a prominent conversation about whether or not he fell off, and this definitely plays against him as far as that. Also, same thing for Uzi, by the way. He recently dropped the Just Wanna Rock video recently,
buying
and
views too?
there's a bunch of bot comments in there as well. Uzi's record, however, is doing extremely well, so I don't really think this reflects too negatively on him. Like I said, that song is doing really good right now, so that's why. So this kind of thing, this is the label doing what they deem as necessary in order to put their artist in a position to win. And that obviously doesn't make any sense, because if you want to put your artist in a position to win, you don't engage in a bunch of fraudulent tactics in order to make them look hotter than they actually are. The only thing this accomplishes is nothing, especially if there's too big of a gap between how hot the record is and the influx of bots. In this case, as an example, Don Toliver's record only has 3.4 million streams on Spotify. Ain't no chance, ain't no way in the world that a song that merely has 3.4 million streams has almost 8 million views on YouTube. That gap is just too big. For Uzi, I want to say that it's negligible because his record is doing so well, so Uzi's in the clear as far as what this is going to do to his image. However, Roddy, not so good, especially considering the fact that his recent project did not do so well. Atlantic Records is a label that's gotten called out for a lot of shady activities by a multitude.
I mean, at the same time, it's kind of weird because a lot of people some people be trying to say Uzi fell off too, but I don't know. I don't really be caring about who fell off or who didn't. I just look at if they still put out good music or not. But I guess that's just me.
Of artists. I've heard so many things specifically coming from Atlantic Records. Some of them public, other things are not public, but they've been involved in a lot of shadiness, plain and simple. Atlantic is one of those major labels that I think unless you fall into a specific category of rapper, you're not really going to flourish as an artist under their structure. One example I can give you regarding this is Atlantic Records is one of those major labels that's really tuned into the internet. From what I've seen, they got their ears to the streets, the internet, more than their major label contemporaries. With that being said, they fall into the category of a label that's very much willing to take a risk on quick fads because they see a potential return that they know probably won't last that long, but they still do it. Bad Baby is a good example. They signed her with the quickness. Rappers who have an independent spirit usually don't thrive all that well on Atlantic. Their structure, from what I've seen and heard from friends who work in the industry, is a very much in with the good and out with the bad approach. That's why Atlantic Records, for anyone who hasn't noticed, they tend to shelf their artists pretty fast. Let's just put it like this: if someone did a study on all the major labels in the music industry and they try to find out how fast each and every major label shelved their artists, I believe Atlantic Records would be very high up on that list. They tend to have a very high turnover rate, and that's not a good thing. But then again, especially considering how many artists they sign annually, that's to be expected. Just know that labels, especially major labels, are always counting on the fact that at least
Atlantic sign people quick, especially drill rap inside. They sign a lot of people from the drill rap inside too, but definitely like
80% of all the artists they sign will be quote-unquote failures, at least from the standard they set. They also know that once they deem that artist as a failure, that artist will have their back against the wall because, they're going to be stuck in a very undesirable position where they, as an artist, they still want to get their music out there and keep pushing and, drop music. But since the label has deemed them as not useful enough, now they got to follow suit and they can't really drop whenever they want because they're signed to a label, and shit, ain't really much you can do about it at that point. But do your time and just just leave after that. One of the worst things for any artist on a label, especially major labels, when they start to look at you as more of a liability than an asset. At that point, might as well mentally pack your bags and plan that exit. This is all very important and relevant to this conversation because here's the thing: the music industry in general right now operates at an extremely high pace. Things are moving so fast, and a lot of times if you're not moving fast enough with it, they might want to
it's like a lot of sounds is going in and out, a lot of styles is going in and out quick, fast. So you gotta pick up on it or you're gonna get left behind. People gonna be like, oh, this person been rapping like this for years and years, and that whole thing.
want to give you a little nudge by manipulating your hotness so you look like you're winning. Wink wink, inauthentic views. And the idea is for that to create some kind of momentum, since now the perception is you're hotter than you actually are. You see how it all ties together? Word of advice to all my artists out there, and this is really important: never look at fabricated engagement, i.e. fake followers, fake views, likes, etc. as an option for your career. Just thinking about that as an alternative sets you back. Trust me, you don't want to go down the path of faking your engagement in any capacity, especially if you want to make a living doing this shit long term. I've never even understood the concept of fake followers. I mean, that's like building a house on cheap material. That shit's not gonna last every fucking time. Just know that everything we talked about in this video doesn't really hurt any of these artists in the grand scheme of things, because these are already some established names in the genre. They've made it. But I know that there's a lot of artists out there looking at at something like this, reconsidering their options. Should I go down the path of faking my views? Sure. Go ahead and do
No,
that. Let's see where that
no,
takes you.
no,
That'll
no,
take you
no.
down this road called nowhere straight. That's right. We're not going to hear about you because your engagement is going to be artificial. Anyway, how many faking their streams? Rappers faking their views? What do you think about this topic? J. Cole was obviously right, but I never doubted him. Curious to hear what you have to say, and yeah, I'm out this bitch. Peace.
Let me see. I honestly, it's like, let me know what y'all think. I honestly think that it'll just water down rapping in general, like music in general. If it'll water down things. Like, in my opinion, if I was to rap, I wouldn't want none of them fake views, fake bodied. Oh, I wouldn't want none of that stuff for the simple fact that it's gonna show when people don't show up to your show. When people don't show up to your show, you got like freaking 1 million followers, all them fake bots and all that, but nobody's paying to come to your show. It's gonna show, bro. But a lot of rappers have spoken this. Bobby Schmurder recently spoke on it. He said he feel like he blackballed. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. He said he had some whole situation with Epic Records and Rock Nation or something like that. But all I gotta say is I'm back, and videos is coming out straight back to back on a daily. December is still a giveaway. December, 10 videos a day, promised. That being said, I appreciate y'all for all the love. Let me get back into the rhythm of things. Only been like feel like a minute, but it wasn't. Um, that being said, love is love. I appreciate all the support. You know what I'm saying? Get in the comments. Appreciate for I appreciate y'all for hitting that like button. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.